Buff Nation, college football fans, what's going on? I mean, I was just about to get out of the apartment, go for a workout, and man, on my phone, I get that notification just like many of y'all get. Nick Saban retiring. I mean, ESPN's throwing this out there. This is insane. This absolutely shakes up the college football world. First off, man, Nick Saban, one of the best to ever do it, if not the best. I'm going to share this here real quick. Saban, and this is courtesy of Bama Central. Alabama head coach Nick Saban is planning to retire, according to reporting by Chris Lowe of ESPN. Saban was hired by the University of Alabama in 2007 and led the Crimson Tide program to 6 national championship wins and 11 Southeastern Conference championships. He oversaw the program's first 4 Heisman Trophy winners: Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry, Devontae Smith, and Bryce Young. He retires from coaching with a college record of 292 wins, 71 losses, and 1 tie, with 201 of those victories coming at the University of Alabama. Wow, wow, wow. Y'all be sure to hit that like. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this. This is absolutely insane. This is insane. One of the greats retiring, and now there's a huge vacancy. This is, man, this is crazy. I'm going to give my immediate thoughts on this. First off, probably my mind goes to who is going to replace him? Who would you think the University of Alabama will target? And this kind of sucks in terms of timing. At least it's not coming after National Signing Day like we saw with Mel Tucker, a handful of years ago here at CU, where he hopped a week after everybody had signed, the recruiting class. But I imagine you're going to see some decommits happen. Maybe certain guys might that signed for early signing period, they might ask to be released from that. We saw that last year with a few guys. But you got to imagine at the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa, they're going to have their pick of some prime candidates, for lack of a better term. Names that come to mind who I think will be very interested and will be contacted by Alabama. Number one, probably going down to the University of Texas, seeing Sark's interest. I mean, I think that he should stay put at Texas, but hey, has a relationship with the university. But man, Sark, stay at Texas. Come on, man. Another candidate that I think should be interested is Lane Kiffin over at Ole Miss. Spent some time as an assistant at Alabama as well, and was trying to get himself a bigger pay raise over with Auburn last year. Got himself a nice little contract extension, but hey, that could be a pretty interesting fit. Another Alabama guy that I would be interested to see if they make this jump would be Dan Lanning of Oregon. There was a little bit of smoke, I feel like, between Dan Lanning and Texas A&M. I don't even know if that came to be true or not, but SEC connections, Alabama's going to go after the best of the best. And Dan Lanning, for as much as I hate his face, he's a very good football coach, and I think could be a big-time target for replacing Nick Saban. I mean, this is shocking. This is absolutely shocking. But T. Nicole saying, I'm not even shocked he hung up his jersey. He looked tired. I think so. But man, coming in 2007, leading the Crimson Tide to 6 national championships. 11 SEC titles. You're not going to find a coach more decorated than that in today's era. That's for sure. But man, yeah, I wonder what happens. Another name that I'm thinking of. Gotta wonder if Urban Meyer is interested in something like this. I think Alabama should go in different directions. But man, this is crazy. Yeah, I want to hear y'all's instant reaction to this. I would imagine that you see guys from Alabama hit the portal, and I mean, just a crazy day. Frozone coming up here saying Pete Carroll and Nick Saban in the same day. It's crazy. Legends, absolutely. Champions. Cut C2K is saying, wow, since 2007, being 25, he's all I know is Alabama. That's true. I'm just a few years older than you. That's absolutely true. Skrilla Gorilla is saying Dabo to Alabama makes sense if Saban is gone. That's another really good idea. Man. Oh, man. Y'all are cracking me up. New sub. I found my person. The hate for Dan's face did it for me. Yeah, he's got a very punchable face. And God, I hate his face. I hate his face. He's about the clicks. Just like all these other big programs. He won't admit it, but it's very true. Just own it, man. Just own it. But, that would be pretty interesting. And I think that if I'm Alabama, he's a guy that I'm definitely trying to get an interview set up with, because I saw a little while ago that they did some study on the average distance that every single Oregon recruit is from home going out to Eugene, and it was like over 500 miles or something crazy like that. Obviously the Nike money makes it easier to recruit there when you can give guys bags, but I still feel like, man, Oregon is a tough sell. It really is if you take out the money. That's how I feel about it. Just because it's so isolated. I mean, with Colorado, we deal with that as well to an extent. Now we're closer to the South. We're a little bit more centrally located. But if I'm Dan Lanning, I'm looking at what I've done at Oregon. Can probably reach that next level over at Alabama. Now, there's a big hole in college football with Saban and Harbaugh leaving college football. Yes, Jim Harbaugh, that hasn't been official yet, but a lot of people are expecting him to move on. I hope that he stays. I feel like he's, obviously he's a Michigan man. He is I just feel like he's meant for college football, but I can understand that kind of if you're reading the tea leaves, it's not looking that way. He's probably going back to the NFL. But man, this is just this is insane. Where does Michigan go? Do they just promote from within? Does Alabama promote from within? They got a new offensive coordinator, right? Just imagine Sue gets a good Bama linebacker when you think you lost Lundy, then boom. Yeah, exactly, right? I was just looking channel design and creations earlier today at this player. This Alabama player that entered the portal, Kendrick Blackshire, junior, 6'2". Played like a little over 100 snaps on defense. But hey, in those, that limited playing time at least graded out well. But yeah, maybe we'll see some starters enter the portal. I don't really know. I would imagine that Bama's going to be able to bring in a coach in which they're going to be able to retain most of this talent, right? But this happens with every team whenever there's a coaching change. Guys are going to hit that portal. No matter how good it is, they're going to be looking to make a change. We need Caleb Downs. Facts. But man, what a crazy day. I'm sorry I don't have any more fleshed out takes. I just wanted to get on here and give you guys my instant reaction. But man, Nick Saban, to do what he's done, I mean, I think it goes beyond anybody's expectation, probably what they had when Nick Saban was brought in 2007. And now what's crazy is that this year, with kind of how the product was on the field, kind of seen throughout most of the regular season by the few Alabama fans that I'd watch their videos every now and then. They would talk about how this is a transition year for Alabama, how we're kind of setting up the future. Probably not a national title team, but even in a transition year, they still win the SEC, and they're one of the final four teams in the college football playoff. I mean, it's insane when a transition year, a rebuilding year, or whatever for your team is that. That is the level of excellence that Nick Saban, has created there at Alabama. It's just insane. How do you feel about the shared national title between Michigan and Florida State? I guess I don't really have much of an opinion, DF Ost. What year was that? Is that 97? But national titles, it happens. I'm glad that we'll be able to, with this 12 team, we'll kind of be able to put that debate to rest. I know that this past year, with the Florida State not making it, I was like, hey, I don't care what the rules are. You should still argue for a shared national title if you're able to knock off Georgia. Obviously, that didn't happen. But I like that college football is finally going to a larger playoff system. For sure. But hey, and I wonder what staff members are going to leave. Guys, we need, well, I guess they've already been hired, but offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Might there be some position coaches available, analysts available? I know that there's some staff members that I'm kind of like, I'm willing to give another year with. But hey, we're still looking for a special teams guy, right? Please. Alabama, y'all got decent special teams. Both are undefeated for the 23 and 24 season. Wait, what? Florida State did not go undefeated. They lost. But did Michigan share their national title in 1997? I thought they did. Was it with Florida State? Oh, it was with Nebraska. That's who it was with. I should have known that. Same year Charles Woodson won the Heisman Trophy. It is what it is. Right now, I guess we're all sharing the national championship, DF Ost. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up really quickly. I just want to get on here again and give you guys my instant reaction and say, hey, Nick Saban, job well done, man. Job well done. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to be the next coach at the University of Alabama. Until next time, everybody, have a great day and Sco Buffs.